Sorry about that, everybody.
Hey!
Hopefully everybody's good.
Looks like
We are in the middle of the match. Jon Moxley is licking, I think it's CM Punk's blood.
It is. His face is all bloody.
He's got Punk busted open. This is happening live, guys.
That's freaking nasty.
This mouse is slow. Look at that hole in Punk's face.
It's grody. Grossness. Gross. Gross.
But Jon Moxley has to retain his title.
Does he? He has to retain it?
Yes. It's a must.
Well, it's a good thing he wore white, I guess.
Well, it's before Labor Day.
You know, all that good stuff. Yeah. Gross. His face is all gross. So he's like, hey! Hey, Sophie, what's up?
Yeah, that cut out right in the middle of the match, too. Looks like Jon Moxley kicking him right in the face, and he's already all bloody.
Oh, he slapped him. Oh, and then he fell down. That's sad. Ew. Everybody better be happy.
Blood everywhere. It's definitely a slobber knocker.
I guess we woke up Luke. Hey, Luke. He needs to turn off his YouTube notifications. Had to woke up so many times thanks to AEW and WWE. Now I'm awake. Well, at least now we have a mod. Ravi disappeared and died in the bathtub, so, you know. So he says, I thought the YouTube cut my stream on my end. Those bastards.
No, that was almost right in the middle of the match. That sucked.
One more adrenaline rush and then you're done.
Look at the blood spray all over the cameras.
It's kind of gross. I think it's a little more gross than you expect. It's kind of nasty.
Jon Moxley throwing Punk into the corner. Punk's just bloody. Just a bloody mess.
Oh no, not my foot. Looks like I'll stay till the match ends then. It should be over in about 19 minutes, Luke.
It is. It's about over.
Just so you know. This is the last match of the night.
Oh, no.
Hopefully you got some sleep before that. So it's like 1 minute it was normal, and then the stream stopped out of nowhere.
Yeah, right in the middle of it.
There's ghosts in the machine. It's creepy. Oh, he's stomping on his face. Ew, all the blood and the water. I don't know why he says that. It's weird.
Well, that's what you do.
Is it? Is that what you do?
With
blood
sharks?
in the water?
You
Who's
didn't
the
know
shark?
That. Probably Moxley. He's the one that's not bloody. That's their surprise, is CM Punk. You know the surprise, Luke, I don't know if you've been watching this, but we did have a Joker win the chip in the ladder match, and the Joker had a mask on, so we don't know who it is. And I guarantee we're going to find out right after this match is over.
Yes. Everybody's guessing it's MJF, though.
But, yes, make sure you give us thumbs ups, guys.
So he says, imagine if they did what they did a couple weeks ago. Fans will riot. They might.
Well, it's already...
Everybody will riot.
I think we're already past that point.
I think we're past the rioting point of people not caring. The people in the audience are kind of like, yeah, this is great. It's weird, dude. Why is he poking him in the eyeball? Oh, that weird thing.
Yeah, not weird. That's a game changer.
That is just weird.
Especially for our age.
Oh my God. Seriously. Just because you're old.
Especially you haven't had any neck issues.
So he says, or maybe it's someone else under the Joker mask that nobody expected.
Yeah, like
Could
the
be.
Fiend.
That guy.
He lost a bunch of weight.
And height.
He shrunk a few inches, but that's easy to do.
And walks weird.
It's like an 8-hour surgery where they lower your fibia or tibia.
Yeah. That sounds terrible. Why would you do that?
The upper dorsmus.
That sounds awful. Nobody wants to do that.
I don't know. They have a surgery where you can get 6 inches.
Okay, I get that. for some people.
What if you're Manute Bol and you don't want to be 7'7"? You don't think he should be able to get 7 inches taken off?
It looks like people on Twitter are saying that the Joker is MJF because of the red shoes with red bottoms, and several matches have really upset people, apparently. I did not notice that there was red shoes. His shoes
I didn't really notice
the
the shoes, but I noticed his strut and how he got into the ring, the explosiveness that he had going in.
Mm-hmm.
Like how he bends over and then flips in. So, yes.
Sophie
so
says,
after CM Punk wins this title here...
Sophie says, they made this a no DQ match out of nowhere.
Yeah, they make up their own rules. It's AEW.
They're like, you know what? We should make this a no disqualification match.
There's a guy in the front row that has a Seth freaking Rollins shirt on. WWE would have had him executed already.
Buried him in the dumpster.
Take him out back and tell him a car hit him.
Security, we have a guy. He's wearing the wrong shirt. We need him out. He's in the front row, for God's sakes. How dare you?
Tell him you're giving him box seats. Why would I want to leave my front row tickets for box seats?
Sophie says, but wasn't MJF a leader of his own group at one point?
He was, and now he's going to be again. That's why they put that group together, and then, what's his name, went up there and got it. Nothing there. Hathaway. Stokely Hathaway. It's like there is nothing there.
Stokely Hathaway? What a weird name. It doesn't even roll off the tongue. It's like Stoke or nothing. Oh, it's not a Rollins. It's a Seth freaking Rogen shirt.
Oh, that's funny.
That's even funnier. Luke says, honestly, I think TK and AEW are doing panic booking because WWE has been mostly gaining momentum since Vince left. That's just how it feels to me.
Yeah, I think people were excited for the WWE stuff, and I'm not sure they're still there. Like that pay-per-view last night was at best. There was a couple good matches, but even that main event was over 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's a tough one.
Yeah. I don't know if I would consider that they have momentum since Vince left. I don't think there's momentum there. I think there's changes. And the changes are things that should have happened anyways.
I'm just worried that they're going
to be there.
I'm worried that they're going to chase off the real fan.
Yeah.
Not just the Twitter guys.
I think that when Vince was younger running the company that he did a lot of that stuff. They're promoting the guys and having them have great entrances and longer matches.
Jon
and I think
Moxley
he just got tired.
Taking it right to CM Punk. I feel like it was just a waiting game every week. Mm-hmm. Like nothing was happening. It was just wait.
Yeah.
But
I don't believe
back onto
that
his feet, picks him up. There's a scoop slam right there.
Letting them bring back certain talents are really going to be in their best judgment.
In the long run, it's going to end up hurting them, like the people that they're trying to push and stuff. But right now, it's bringing in the other 700,000 people that left when NXT went off the air. Mm-hmm. Or 300,000 or whatever. Right. So now it's taking it from 1.8 to 3.2 or 2.2 or whatever million. Right. So it looks gooder. Looks better on
Jacob
paper.
Robertson in the chat. Hi, Jacob.
Hey,
Sophie
boss.
says, I wonder how different the AEW catering is compared to WWE.
Oh, look
Jacob
at that.
Says,
Jon Moxley.
Drew McIntyre
got him in a naked
39.
choke. That's deep. He's got it locked in deep.
Dove says this main event is better than last night's match. Drew versus Roman. Drew versus Roman was garbage.
Some people think it was, for sure.
Sophie says, and Vince forgot the names of the superstars. That's why we have gotten rematches every week.
Yeah, that was a 30-minute match yesterday. 30 minutes and about 40 seconds, I think, if I remember right. Right now, we're 13 and a half minutes into this one, so not quite halfway there.
Robbie is back in the chat. He did not die in his bathtub, I guess. Says, yo, decent match so far.
Yeah.
Jaco says,
Nothing
John
wrong with
Cena
this.
versus Goldberg, WrestleMania 39. Justin 2021 is in the chat. Hey, Justin. Says, hi. Hello.
Good to see you in here.
How you doing? We're just watching that main event of AEW right now.
Pretty good one. CM Punk is trying to fight his way out of it.
The only one that's bloody is CM Punk. All the blood is his. Nothing of
Jon Moxley is bled yet, which is strange. I have a feeling we're still going to see some blood from Jon Mox.
Is it going to be himself doing it to himself? Because I've seen that before, and it was really tacky. Sophie says, I've seen about 95% positive reviews about the pay-per-view yesterday. Jaco says, will you be my friend, please?
I feel like everybody has a
Everybody's
different
your friend.
opinion, and it's okay. It's just wrestling, and we're all lucky to be living in an era where we have 2 or 3 different companies that we can watch.
And
instead of just
complain about.
one. You know, when there's just one, you become complacent.
That's
if
right.
you have no competition, you just do whatever you want to do. So competition can only help. Big clothesline right there. Look at that lariat taking off CM Punk's head.
And now they take a nap. Rob is like, do you need to sort your shroom out and stop it from ending? LOL. You need to talk to Travis about that. He's about the technical stuff. And also, Rob, you need to stop dying in your bathtub. You just all of a sudden, like, drop out of the face of the earth, out of the chat, and disappear. I think you're dead.
Death.
Jaco says The Undertaker must challenge Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. Jaco, The Undertaker is retired, dude.
We can't bring back the Taker.
You can't bring him back. It's just wrong. Justin says, do you think that Drew should have won last night?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Like I said yesterday before the show, no. And the reason for no is because it wouldn't make any sense storyline-wise.
Exactly.
But
Then, how would we get Solo Sequoia in the bloodline? Jeez, guys, come on.
they would have had to
Think
do
it
it
through.
through. But right now, Roman has to be champion for the crap to work.
Jaco says The Undertaker must Royal Rumble match 2023. Yeah.
Bring him
that's
back for the Rumble.
Probably not going to happen, Jaco.
The big dong, number 30, comes in, wins the whole thing.
Sophie says Roman is going to hit almost 1,000 days by Mania.
Oh, Jon Moxley just blocked the GTA.
Oh, no, he kicked him in the knee.
Or go to sleep, goat, so GTS.
Oh, no, he got him with that.
That's it. That's his finisher. 2 and 3.
Oh,
What?
Punk got out of it.
That just beat him a couple nights ago.
Oh, my gosh. Jon Moxley is, like, so upset. So weird. Jaco's like, hi, Justin. Sophie said that. Robbie says, F Taker, this match is the one. It's it. Woo!
The ones.
It's the runs, all right. Just kidding. Justin says, hi, Jaco. Once again,
Lots of blood.
Jon Moxley has not bled a single drop of blood yet in this match.
Of his own. He's been
Blade
drinking
is in the chat.
Punk.
Hey, Blade, CM Punk wins. Yeah, you think he's going to be the
I think
winner
CM Punk's
again?
also going to win. I think CM Punk's going to win, and then MJF's going to come out. That's what we're going to see in just a few minutes.
Sophie says, this Survivor Series marks 10 years for the debut of the Shield. I wonder how the WWE is going to celebrate that.
No idea.
They care.
But
Rob is
look
like,
at that.
Brian
There's the
Rowan better than Roman the
GTS. He fell
goofball.
right onto Punk. Can Punk get him up? Not the first time he's heard that one, I'm sure.
Ew.
Can
Gross.
Punk get him up?
Get it up. Him up. That's nasty. Dove says, this is 2 men battling out. Last night was poor.
Yes.
Oh.
He got it. That's it, guys.
Whatever it is. What was it?
It's
Everybody
over.
should be happy.
CM Punk.
Punk is your
He
winner
ends
again.
it. And new AEW World Champion.
So he's now a 2-time world champion.
But watch what's going to happen now. We don't have to worry about people saying it's going to be predictable.
Sophie says if Punk wins, there's a reason for a 3rd match between the two. Is there?
Yeah, MJF.
Luke says, I actually like last night's pay-per-view. I am not sold on some of the outcomes, but to my eyes, the in-ring work has been steadily getting better overall. Riley says, D with her mind in the gutter, and Luke's like, not all the matches were great, but the effort just seems to be there and better.
I think there was 3 good matches and 3 bad matches. 2 bad matches.
I think they all sucked, asshole.
No, you're so full of shit.
All of them. Every single
The Women's
one.
World Championship match was obviously the worst.
Robbie's like, it's not that exciting that Drunk is champ.
No, it's not, but what's happening now is what's going to make it exciting.
Sophie says, poor Jon Moxley, he didn't keep the championship for that long. Oh, bummer. He had it before forever. Gee.
I just have a feeling we're going to see that winner of the ladder match any second now. Did the lights just go out?
Nothing. Oh my god, the lights went out.
Why would the lights go out?
Oh no, it's probably the Fiend.
It's got to be the Fiend. Or maybe Cody.
It's Undertaker.
Is it the Undertaker's big dong?
Uh-oh. It's hurting.
Sounds very MJF-y.
I think so.
That's Tony Khan talking to MJF.
Is it?
That's exactly what that is, that phone call.
You're not going to get a better one.
He's not going to have to sign an extension. I'm a snake.
What? Oh,
He's
the
a
double.
snake.
That's right. Oh.
Oh, there's the masked figure.
Oh, who is it? Is it really MJF?
Damn right it's MJF.
It's George. Nope, there's his mole. He needs to go have that checked. There's his scarf!
Woo! MJF.
Definitely the MJFer.
Makes a lot more sense. Storyline wise. I would have assumed he would have came out. There he comes.
Oh, he's going to
MJF is back!
He's better than you and you know it. It's MJF. Everybody loves to hate him.
CM Punk can't be too happy about this.
Sophie's like, Kane. Robbie's like, message retracted. And Dov's like, MJF. And Robbie's like, lights went out. Oh, no. Oh, no. MJF. Who would have known? Dov's like, MJF not going to WWE. Thank God. Yeah, for a little bit longer, right?
Yeah, his contract runs out in 24. I think early 24.
He's not getting an extension.
You know he's going to be world champion here pretty soon. Maybe Full Gear?
Definitely isn't going to sit around and not be a champion, that's for sure. Pickle's like, this is what I'm talking about! Is it?
He just said, kill my music.
He's like, stop. I really need to say words.
MJF
Or not,
is
or
there.
just breathe really funny. Oh, and smile funny. His eyes are really close together. I forgot how close they are together.
He's almost a Cyclops.
I know, it's creepy. Jay Burris in the chat. Hey, Jay says AEW gonna be good again. Finally gonna be good again. So he says they have been pushing MJF in the main event scene for a year. MJF? There's not very many punks out there happening. Just some MJFs. Sophie says they have been pushing... Oh, I read that already. And then he did it across the thing, and now he's flipping everybody off.
Of course he's going to flip everybody off.
The belt's coming home with me, he says. He's coming home with me.
Well, he's got the chip. He's the number one guy.
He's got a chip. This is weird. Luke, this is so predictable. Snooze fest. Yeah, Luke, like everything that happened on WWE yesterday. Predictable! Boring. So there you go. It's all predictable and boring. Dove says tonight pay-per-view is better than the swimming pool crap last night. So it was like, but isn't JF the Joker, though? He was wearing the stupid
Yes, he
thing.
had the hat on.
Yes, he was. Robbie says this will be great on Wednesday. All right, everybody. That's it. As Aiden
Hopefully,
says, whiny. It's because he got woke up here.
Since they brought his ass back, hopefully that means that he's got freedom on the microphone when these two go at it next time on the mic. because it should have been classic, and it was all held back.
Yeah.
I want him to go after CM Punk like it's never been done before.
Yeah, like he is the piece of garbage.
I mean,
that he
absolute trash. That's
Yes.
what I want to see.
Yes. Robbie says that. Let's see. Robbie says WWE is just a joke most of the time. It was like, Luke, you're whiny. Jacob says Batista versus Drew McIntyre WrestleMania 39. Robbie says as much as Ayla is. Jacob says The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns. Oh, dude, I know you really want it. Ayla's like, I haven't whined yet. And Purpur's like, motherfucking MJ fucking F. There we go. Got it. I got it. Finally got it. All right. Sophie says, see you tomorrow. Luke says, night all. And Ayla's like, night, guys. Everybody out there who did join us tonight, thank you so much for hanging out with us for this wonderful, magical AEW pay-per-view. It was lots of hours of glorious fun and predictability out there in the wrestling world, just like last night's was. Or yesterday's,
Well,
actually.
I mean, wrestling can only be so new.
What? It can only be so new because it's all been done before?
It's a wheel.
No way.
So if you want to get a pop, you put somebody in a box, a cake, a
Ooh,
circle,
yes.
right? A mask.
He closed off
Same
to the
thing.
scrum another 2 hours. Another 2 hours of scrum. All right. Everybody on the Eastern Coast, have a good rest of your night. Good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Raw, though, okay? Lots of stuff happening there, supposedly. What's the fallout going to be from Clash at the Castle? What?
I was just saying that there's nobody in
No. Robbie's like, yes, way big up. That's all. There's nobody. If anybody's interested, CM Punk did win over Jon Moxley, so he is now your champion again. MJF was the one who won the ladder match. Technically, Hathaway won it and then gave him the chip. So he is now the number one contender to have for the belt. So that's what's happening there.
Right.
Oh, he says trash of the castle, more like. Yes.
Yeah, you know, some
indeed.
people didn't like it and other people did. I mean, Clash of the Castle. And, I mean, if you had to compare the two, which one?
I wouldn't compare them because they're just too different to compare.
I feel like one was...
I feel like they're even. Like, there were crappy stuff that happened on AEW that I could have lived without ever seeing in my entire life of anything. And there's crappy shit that happened on the Clash of the Castle pay-per-view, which is normal for whatever brand you're going to watch. You're going to have good matches and you're going to have some bad matches. I didn't say every single match was terrible. But if we're talking about being predictable, as Luke made the comment, this is so predictable, the problem of it is like every single match on WWE's pay-per-view was completely fucking predictable. Like every single one of them. The only thing that didn't come out as predictable was who got pinned in the women's 3-on-3 match.
Right, even the new Uso
Was predictable.
was predictable. I had
Because
said it right before the match started. I said,
not just
well,
that.
he's going to be up. We'll see him next Friday. I didn't think we'd see
him at the pay-per-view.
Clash,
But the other thing about that is how long have we been talking about when they're going to bring him up, when they're going to bring him up, when they're going to put him in the bloodline, when they're going to do that. But they aren't doing anything with him on NXT. And the minute that Vince was gone off of creative, guess what happened? Oh, of course he's going to come up.
Right.
Of course it's going to happen. So, want to talk about fucking predictable? There's your predictable. Every time. Yes. So, yeah. Anyways. But, yeah, if you're just joining us out there, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, all that good stuff. Say something in the chat if you want us to have a shout out real quick. Otherwise, that last match of the main event was Jon Moxley, CM Punk. CM Punk won the championship. He is now AEW's champion again. MJF was the winner of the chip for the ladder match of the casino battle, whatever it was. Ladder match that they had. He came out at the last, basically saying, hey, bitches, I'm back. Robbie says, so the conclusion to AEW is rant on WWE.
Right.
The conclusion to AEW is everything's predictable.
Well, like I said, you can only do so many things in wrestling.
It all can
and
be
if you've
repeated.
been watching it for 30 years, you know every single thing that's going to happen.
Right.
They very rarely can surprise you. And now with the internet, you get all the spoilers beforehand also. So
True.
So it's even harder now. Because back in the old days, when you didn't know that somebody's contract was coming up or when it would expire, it was different. All of a sudden you had Bret Hart the next night after he got screwed in Montreal on WCW TV. Like that is a surprise. Like a lot of people didn't see that coming.
You know, but if we'd had social media, we would have known his contract was coming out. There was a good possibility that he was going to lose. And backstage rumors were that he's not even really going to tap out.
Right.
Like, that's what it would have been. And then you've been like, oh, well, this wasn't a surprise. And that's where we're at. The social media takes a lot of the excitement out of it.
All you guys, stop it. Anyways, Robbie says, predictable, just like D. Yes,
You're
totally
very
predictable. Exactly.
She could blow up at any second.
Yes.
She's basically Mount St. Helens.
Yep.
Like,
Predictable
people set up
as
their
in...
tripods on the other mountain, and they get blown up out.
Predictable as in, I want to go. That's my predictability right now. I don't want to be on here anymore. I've been here for too many hours as it is.
About 5 hours of pay-per-view.
Yeah.
You know, and last night's pay-per-view was 3.5 hours.
Yes.
And that was a pretty good one. Like I said, so basically, if you were going to compare the two, it's would you rather watch 5 hours of wrestling, because they did the full 5, because that pre-show, what did they call it? What's the pre-show?
0 hour.
The 0 hour was a full hour. There was 4 matches on there. They didn't talk. They didn't piss around. They just went right to the action. And then WWE, they talked a little bit. And you had about 40 minutes before the pre-show match.
Right.
And that's when the Mad Cat match started, which was kind of a weird match. But, so with that, that's what I'm saying, about 3.5 hours for their show instead of 4, even though we were here for 4.
Right.
Just to make sure that everything went kosher and whatnot.
Right. Robbie says, without the internet, you didn't know these wrestlers had a life.
No, of course not. And
Kind of wish I
also,
still didn't know.
also back in those days, you know, there. I mean, not maybe in the mid-90s, we kind of already knew, but a lot of people were still transitioning from the 80s.
Right.
And the 80s was a different time because, I mean, people were getting stabbed because they thought it was real. Like, so the fans honestly thought they were hurting bad guys as they were stabbing some human.
Right.
You know? Terry Funk wouldn't even press charges.
Right.
He's like, I'm doing my job. I know I'm doing my job right if...
You have somebody attacking you and wanting to stab you.
Yeah. I'm the perfect heel or whatnot. Anyway, should we probably do a quick recap of what happened tonight?
Sure.
All right, so in the pre-show, we had the, what do they call that, mixed gender
Yeah.
tag team championships. The AAA mixed gender tag team champions are Tay Conte and Sammy Guevara. And they went up against Ruby Riott and Ortiz from Santana and Ortiz. And Tay Conte and Sammy Guevara won that one pretty handedly. The next match was Jeff Parker, Cool Hand Jeff Parker, going up against Hook. And Hook
I don't think his name was Jeff.
Oh, I thought that's what they came back to.
No.
Somebody had said it in the chat. Anyways, Hook ended up winning that one. And then we had Kip Sabian going up against Pac, and this was for the All-Atlantic Championship. And Pac did win that one pretty easy.
Yeah.
I mean, that was a weird one to me. I don't know why they would even have the match if they're going to just give it to him so clean.
Maybe it was because Kip Sabian hadn't wrestled for like
Well, I
a
understand,
year
but-
or more.
So what was the build-up for him to come back? He should have just stayed in the box. And
Maybe that's why he was yelling at his box.
Afterwards, he was yelling at his box. And then we had a Japanese wrestler named Ishii, and I'm not sure exactly if I'm pronouncing that right, and he went up against Eddie Kingston. That was a pretty good match. That was lots of chops back and forth and lots of beat-up chests. Anyways, Eddie Kingston did win that one. Now we got the main show. Now the main show started, and it did start out with the casino ladder match, and it was for a chip. So whoever got the chip gets the #1 contendership. Well, anyway, Stokely Hathaway won it. He climbed up the ladder, he grabs it, has the chip in his hand, gets down. They introduce the last competitor, who we don't know. He was somebody in a white mask. And he handed him the chip, and the match was over. We later found out who that was, and we'll get there. But anyways, the next match, the second match of the night, was the Trios Tag Team Championship. It was the Bucks and Omega, the All Elite, versus... John Silver, Alex Reynolds, and Adam Page. And the Elite won, obviously. Kenny Omega did kick some ass because he's the greatest wrestler in the world. With the best tag team in the world. And so the Bucks and Omega did win. Anyways, and then after that we had the Motor City Machine Guns and Jay Lethal going up against the FTR and Wardlow. To me, that was the most lopsided match of the evening, but it wasn't. That match actually lasted a long time, and FTR and Wardlow did end up winning, but it was kind of a weird one because I figured they would end that one way quicker.
Right. Robbie says, I enjoyed AEW pay-per-view more than the WWE one. And Jeremy Cathy's in the chat. Jeremy says, Kenny did not pin the legal man.
Oh, we just saw that in WWE with the women. Legal men don't matter anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if their shoulders are down either.
Anymore. Nobody cares anymore. Gosh. Just kidding. Anyways, and then after that match, we had Just Joe show up. Samoa Joe showed up. He attacked Jay Lethal's crew, got in the ring. He ended up hanging out with Wardlow and shaking his hand and whatnot. Anyways, after that, at some point, we had Jade and Athena.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of missed where that was. I did watch it, but I was too intrigued with Jade. She looks fantastic. And so I didn't get a chance to write it in my book here on my notes. But Jade Cargill did end up winning that, and she won it pretty handedly. Anyways, we had Stark, Absolute Ricky Stark, and Will Hobbs, or just Hobbs, Powerhouse Hobbs, whatever they call him now.
Yeah, they still call him Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah. Anyways, Will Hobbs won that one. Obviously, just dominated Ricky Stark. So I don't know what was happening there. I figured Ricky Stark was a little bit better than that. And maybe they're going to keep that feud going moving forward. I have no idea. Anyways, Swerve and Our Glory went up against the Acclaimed. And the Acclaimed took them to the limit. And they almost beat him several times. That match was fantastic. Probably one of the better matches of the night. I actually marked it as the best match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Acclaimed did lose. They ended up getting pinned by Swerve and Our Glory.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the next match was the women's four-way match for the women's championship. That Thunder Rosa is injured and she can't really be a champion, so they're doing the intern championship thing. What do you think about the intern thing? Do you like it, or do you just wish there was just a champion? And the UFC does it all the time.
I mean, I get why the UFC does it. It makes sense why they do it, because you have to have a champion who can actually defend a title.
Right.
But in this instance, I don't think Thunder Rosa should have ever been the champion. It's like a waste of a championship putting it on her when they did. So.
Well, yeah, they didn't use her very well. Is that what you mean? They're not booking her well.
Like, I don't know if it's that or if she's just really bad. I mean, I hear stuff from Luke saying that, she was really good where she was at, but I don't know. So.
Anyways, we had Britt Baker, ranked number 2, DMD. And we had Toni Storm, ranked number 1. Shida, Akira Shida, ranked number 4. And then Jamie Hayter, ranked number 5. All 4 of the ladies had a match. And Toni Storm ended up winning that. So we do have a new women's champion, or a new interim women's champion.
Toni pinned Jamie Hayter, by the way, right. So.
If you guys care about that part of it. Anyways, and then after that, we had Jungle Boy and Christian. The Luchasaurus attacked Jungle Boy before the match. Actually powerbombed him on the metal grate, and it left welts all over his back.
Yep.
But anyways, Christian beat him pretty handedly. Beat him with 2 moves. So Jungle Boy got beat within, 30 seconds maybe?
Yeah.
Anyways, and then we had Daniel Bryan in the longest match of the night against Chris Jericho. And Jericho did win that one. He beat him fair and square. Mm-hmm. He did kind of get him with a little mule kick into the dick. But
yeah,
it's not that illegal, right? He probably wouldn't have got disqualified for it. He just got a big warning.
Right.
Anyways, we had Buddy Murphy, Brody King, and Malachi next. Going up against Miro, Sting, and Darby. And Miro, Sting, and Darby did win that. And I think it was Sting. No, it was Darby, I think, pinning Malachi. If we're worried about who's pinning who, I didn't actually write that stuff down.
I don't know.
But anyways, Malachi did take the pin. So I don't know if he's leaving or not. I mean, we did hear some rumors in the chat that he might be leaving. And then after that, we had the main event. It was Jon Moxley versus CM Punk. CM Punk wins that one, fair and square. Kicked Jon Moxley's ace. Although he was the bloodier of the two. It looks like he lost the battle, but he actually won the war. And the winner of the ladder match from earlier, the Joker, showed up, took off his mask, and it was none other than MJF. And that's where we're at.
Yep, that's where we're at. Let's see, Robbie says, Jade was always winning. He also says, don't see how Toni will be the face of AEW.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that pans out. I don't see it either, but that doesn't mean anything.
Robbie says WWE could never do a main event like that. No, not the blood part.
They don't use the blood.
They don't do the blood stuff because they're weird. Or it's dumb. One or the other. They're weird or it's a dumb gimmick.
Right.
one or the other. I mean, and the funny part about it is that Jon Moxley didn't bleed. It was all CM Punk. So.
Right, which is the biggest surprise of the evening.
Yeah, because usually Jon Moxley bleeds and he makes himself bleed at something. But, all right, everybody. If you're just joining us, you want to know who won the Jon Moxley CM Punk thing. CM Punk is now the AEW champion again. And his first contender against that is probably going to be MJF. That's going to be the next story, and that's what's going to be happening there. We'll see how it goes. We have seen this before. It kind of was a shit show the first time they ran it, so we'll see how it goes this time. As Ravi says, bye, safe, all the best, God bless. Thanks, Ravi, and thanks for hanging with us.
Thanks for watching Wrestling Gap, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye-bye.
Bye.